I hear somebody whistling.
That would be me.
There she is. Hey, Shelly.
I want original sound for musicians on.
Yes, you want, yes, original sound on.
Got it.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Okay.
And hey, next week, so you fly out to Albuquerque next week to get your instrument, right? Do you fly out Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
Oh, okay, not till Friday. Okay.
I'm seeing patients on Thursday and I don't really have anywhere to put anybody. So if I had rescheduled the flight on Alaska that I have miles on, leaves at like 2 in the afternoon. And that means I'd pretty much have to reschedule almost the whole day. And that's really hard. So I'll go on Friday and I'll rent a car and go to Ken's and stay the night. And then he and I will go pick up the guitar in the morning. And then Saturday night, I'll go stay with Lauren if she's still up for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be fun. I'll be at Ken's the weekend following. He was here last weekend, you saw on just briefly, right?
Yes, buying more instruments, which clearly needs.
Yes. What's Shane Line doing? Shane Line's not supposed to be on.
Yeah, Shane Lane, I thought you had a birthday party.
What about your granddaughter?
No, that's the 17th.
Oh, well, the 17th's not a song circle night.
Oh, I thought
The
I
seventh,
thought
next week's the 14th. Was it the 21st, maybe?
yeah. Oh, well, so I didn't know that was for this week.
No, no. What's for this week?
Well, you sent out something saying you were going to have a big
That's on,
Christmas.
yeah, that's on the 21st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, th- that's when my granddaughter's birthday is.
Okay. I thought it was I thought you meant this week, and apparently
No.
so did everybody else. So,
So you
um,
invited somebody to take my place. So I'll just watch if
no, no. I thought there was only going to be three of us, but
oh,
now you've jumped on, and now Anne just texted me, and she's going to be on, so we'll have
Good,
five.
good.
okay.
Party.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. All right, so you won't be on the 21st.
Right.
Okay, I will make note of that. I'll send out one or I at least have to send it out to a wider audience
I
anyways.
hope I didn't mess up that date. Let me just double check.
No,
Yeah.
oh,
Don't miss the birthday.
No, I hope I'm not missing it tonight. No, she wouldn't have sent out that short a notice. Yeah,
so
it's the 20.
after 3 friggin' months, I first started having this friggin' vertigo back in September, and then my doctor ordered an MRI in October, and I've been fighting the insurance company ever since. And I finally got approval, so I get my MRI on Monday morning, right? But when I got the statement thing from it, it's a friggin' $700, right? They fought me for months and, delays and, oh, you got to appeal again and, oh, wrong appeal process. Even though you did it twice, you got to try this different appeal process, blah, blah, blah. And finally, I just hit up our HR, and then because we're actually self-insured, Blue Cross Blue Shield just administers it, right? So 2 days later, I've got my MRI scheduled, right? You know, but it's just crazy for 700 friggin' bucks, right?
Yeah,
You
you
know?
wonder how much time and money that costs them to contest that.
Right.
That's the pond that I swim in is trying to get medications approved for people and going through the prior auth, and patients are really frustrated, and I say I get it, but you have to appreciate we go through this like 5 times a day.
Oh, I
it's
know.
just, it's just awful.
Well, do you remember Sarah Palin with Obamacare and everything, the death panels, right? I mean, that's what we've got, right? We've got bureaucrats deciding, overriding doctors,
Yep.
right? It's exactly what they describe, but it's what we've got with the private healthcare system.
It's how they prefer it.
Yes, absolutely. It's crazy. But yeah, anyways. So Draper, we're gonna wait a minute for Ann, see if she joins. She said she might be a minute late, but how did it go with? Tell us about your dinner last night.
My dinner with Mary. It was really nice. My brother works in Tecate, and they did a folk festival last June, and there were a number of people, two of which were Jamie Harris and Mary Gaucher. So they were apparently back this week, and I had no idea. My brother found out, um, but didn't think anything about it, but ran into them, I guess, yesterday morning. Because he went down yesterday morning to do some other work, ran into them. They started chatting, and basically they were like, can you get us out of here? We're tired of healthy food. Let's go eat tacos. And so he's like, oh, I should call my brother. And they're like, yes, you should. So I drove out to Tecate and had dinner with my brother and Jamie Harris and Mary Gaucher. It was a lot of fun.
Did Jenny go with you?
She didn't. She threw her back out, so she spent most of the day trying to recover.
Oh darn!
I think it was Christmas decorations. And she picked a box up and went, oh, and then the next day it was like, oh, you can't move.
Lift with your legs.
Right.
So,
it wasn't any big deal. It was just a fun dinner. But
well, it's pretty cool to get to hobnob with people like that.
Yeah, they're just incredibly nice. Like,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Mary has a way, she takes her recovery very seriously. And she's obviously a person who is not afraid to let you know where her boundaries are. So, I didn't have any issues, but we were talking about stuff and, oh, no, I don't know those people, and it was obvious there were some other issues involved there. I'm like, okay, cool.
So shut that down.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you drink? Like, can you have a beer when you're drinking,
Well, I didn't.
Yeah.
But, I had to drive back from Tecate, so I wasn't drinking anyway.
Right. So how about the gig on the weekend? I just saw the one picture. I didn't hear anything else about it.
So I did Flim Flam, played 3 songs. Flim Flam, you show up and you play 3 songs the band doesn't know. So it was kind of a glorious train wreck, but all night long it was tripping me out, because all night long after I played, people were coming up going, holy crap, that was unbelievable, and how come I don't know who you are? And I'm like,
you play?
So I played the MC5's Kick Out the Jams. No, I played
So apparently not just the band didn't know the songs.
well, I was like, what did I play? I had a set list. The one that I played my song Coyotes, and I played I Think I'm on Fire, because it's really simple.
Oh yeah.
And then I played my song Coyotes, and then we played a song by the band Husker Du called Divide and Conquer, which I dedicated to Henry Kissinger.
Wow.
And the place kind of went off. It was pretty fun.
So that's interesting, because that's like playing with a band songs that nobody recognizes, right?
We lost you there for a minute.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah. I've been having some internet things where it just cuts off intermittently, right? Just really brief little
Yeah, it
things.
just froze.
Yeah. All
So
right.
what were you saying?
I was going to say you're playing with a band that doesn't know the songs. It's similar to me every week because I play songs and no one recognizes them, right?
Yeah, so there was, let's see, bass, drums, keys, and um, electric guitar. I had my friend Brian play mandolin, and then I was just like, the way it works is you play the house guitar. So everybody except for the lefties play the house guitar. So
Wow.
you just step up, put it on, and go, okay, this song's in G. It doesn't do anything other than 1 4 5. Um, you know, I think the other one was, I think it was in like D. Watch for the 6 and watch for the pause at the break. And then
Wow.
the other one was just a 1 4 5, and it was just pure go. And the drummer recognized the song, so she really kind of leaned into it. And I had to keep going, okay, bring it down, bring it down. But
Nice.
it was hilarious.
That's cool. So for future song circles, I would like you guys to take note that Anne shows up freshly showered and everything,
Right.
right?
Hi, Anne.
So, we have, yes, we have
Even
expectations.
even from here, you smell minty fresh.
Thank you, thank you. No, I needed a shower. So this is why I'm late. We've been doing a major construction project at my house, and so we'd been dealing with sheetrock and insulation, and yeah. So I feel much better.
Well, the good news is that you have water to shower with. That's good news.
Exactly. This is what started the whole thing, was the leak.
Uh,
It's like, oh well, we're fixing that. We may as well fix this wall. Yeah. So
cool.
Oh yeah, it's a slippery slope. I'm having windows put in. So you learn all kinds of things about your house.
right.
Well, especially a house like an older house in San Diego like
Yeah,
that.
so I have
Uh,
shingle siding, which I discovered are 36-inch shingles and nobody makes them. So I got a quote from some Yahoos in Canada for 100 shingles, and it was about $5,000.
Canadian though.
No, they gave it to me in dollars,
Uh,
but we're just gonna make our own. So
nice.
yeah,
You're gonna make your own shingles.
well, they're just 1/4 inch, 36 by 5 5 3/4. So we're just gonna get some nice plywood and paint them up and slap them up there.
Well, you want cedar probably, right? Because it's kind of weather resistant, right? It's something that doesn't rot easily.
That's why we paint them. Yeah.
Yeah, but
We-
yeah.
We might do birch ply. I don't know.
Oh,
It's still cheap. Like, even if we got good maritime plywood, it's still cheaper than these freaking Canadian shingles.
so but if for a $1.25 million house, you probably want better shingles than plywood.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I like how he's trying to talk you out of your shingles choice. He's
I know.
those Canadian.
Well, I'm just thinking about that
thinking
Zillow
he's
ad when they go to
reconsidered.
sell it.
Well,
Canadian
it's
Yeah,
just
shingles
we're
and-
we're only replacing ones that, as we removed them, that just were unsalvageable. So it's just a few. They're in the back. They're hidden behind the plumeria tree. You know.
Yes, I see. All right. Do we have any volunteers today? How about you, Shelley? You want to kick us off?
Here.
All right.
As I told my brother, because I was asking if he was going to do Song Circle tonight, and then he asked me if I was coming, and I said yes, somewhat sheepishly, because I haven't really played much this week. It's been busy. But I reminded him that if you're going to crash, be in a room full of paramedics. Miami woman, so fine and fair. I try and try, but I can't get anywhere. I sail out under the sun, looking for my darling, my only one. sail all day, and when the day is done, she's still the one I want to see. I must find my Florida key. Collins Avenue, 5th Street in Maine. I walk up and down, but it's all in vain. My only darling is gone, took everything and threw it out on the lawn. Jim came and got it, gave it to John. It's getting harder and harder to be me. I must find that Florida key. Standing on the curb, watching for boats. Boys and girls pass by on their big silver goats. I'm getting out while the getting is good. In my ship of steel, in my ship of wood. One more time I'm gonna do just like I should. See, this could only happen to me. I must find my Florida key. Need a little sunshine in my beer. Oh, wait. Let's see. Thinking about eloping. Nothing's locked, never will be. Everything is open. There's only one thing lurks in my mind. It's nothing here, nothing I've left behind. There's something up front, something I hope to find. I'm gonna set sail again tonight, round the Horn in the clear moonlight. At least I'm sure it's gonna be soon as I find my Florida key.
Have I mentioned that I hate my sister?
I don't know. I don't know that song. Whose is that?
So that's from the basement, the new basement tapes, and they found all of these Dylan songs and lyrics, and they put them to.
Oh, that. Okay, right. Okay. Who
And-
did that one?
I can't remember.
Oh,
One of the guys.
one of the
Did you
guys.
watch the documentary on that?
No.
There's a documentary. It's really interesting because you watch them really sweat.
Yeah. Is it like Netflix or something?
I think so. It's either Netflix or Amazon.
New basement tapes.
You know, T-Bone Burnett walks around and doesn't really do anything, and suddenly magic happens.
Yeah, he seems like the kind of guy that would just look at you and you'd be like, "Oh, right, okay."
Yeah.
Mike, I changed some of those lyrics. This is too much information. The lyric is "took everything and put it out on the lawn," and I had it thrown out on the lawn. Just
Sure, Bob forgives you.
Because yeah, Dylan's lyrics weren't good enough.
Like, he didn't use it, so you have license.
But wait a minute, you might have kept him from winning the Nobel Prize by doing that.
So he's already won that Nobel.
Well, I mean, had you done that before the prize
Right.
was awarded,
right.
one or two words can make a difference.
So true.
It absolutely can. The right word
Yeah.
can be critical, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be a train wreck tonight because, like Shelley, I have not really done much practicing or anything. So I'm just doing some songs I haven't done in a long time, but at least I used to be able to play them. So let's find out if I still can. Oops. Oh God, let's try that again from the top. Pack up all your dishes. Make note of all good wishes. Say goodbye to the landlord for me. That son of a bitch has always bored me. Throw out those LA papers. That moldy box of vanilla wafers. Adios to all this concrete. Gonna get me some dirt road backstreet. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, I'll be down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. God, now I forgot the lyrics. Here's to you, old skinny Dennis, the only one I think I will miss. I can hear your old bass singing, soft and low like a gift you're bringing. Play it for me one more time now. Gotta give it all we can now. I believe everything you're saying, just to keep on playing. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, I'll be down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. Put the pink card in the mailbox, leave the key in the old front door lock. They'll find it likely as not. I'm sure there's something we have forgot. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry, babe. Love's a gift that's surely handmade. We got something to believe in. Don't you think that it's time we're leaving? If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, I'll be down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. If I can just get off of this LA freeway without getting killed or caught, I'll be down the road in a cloud of smoke to some land that I ain't bought. Throw out all, pack up, pack up all your dishes. Make note of all good wishes. Say goodbye to the landlord for me. That son of a bitch has always bored me.
You will be pleased to know that that song was a topic of conversation over dinner last night.
Really?
We talked a lot about songwriters.
Oh, yeah? Did you tell Mary that you hoped Glenn did it at the song circle?
I did. Actually, she brought it up to me.
Ah,
Said, tell Glenn he should sing LA Freeway.
yeah.
And be sure and tell Mike that Jerry Jeff Walker didn't write it.
Right.
That's right. Well, that wasn't actually too bad considering I haven't played that for quite a while, but it used to be part of my repertoire.
And it came up because we were talking, they're going to some festival in Terlingua. And we were talking about the Viva Terlingua album, and how monumental it was for people like me who had no idea what a Texas songwriter was.
How many days a year does she spend on the road?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
She's touring quite a bit right now, but
she's
it
got a
seems
place
to
in
be,
Nashville, right? Like she lives
yeah,
in Nashville?
they're in Nashville. Like they just did a stint up through the upper Midwest, and they're doing something. Um, I think they're touring out to West Texas. And then they're off for the rest of the month. And then, start up. I don't know. I saw a bunch of dates, January, February or something. So I don't know.
It seems almost continuous, right? Like almost, they
Yeah,
always seem to be going. But anyway,
Did you ask her about her book sales?
I didn't.
I wonder how well that sold. I read it. It's pretty interesting. I mean,
I think it sold well.
Mm.
I've read it a couple times. I think it's a worthwhile read. You
Yeah.
know?
I've read it and recommended it to people, and it's funny we didn't talk about that. But
And if you go to see her in concert, she'll read excerpts from it during the show.
yeah,
So, yeah, she was actually good. When we saw her at Swallow Hill, it was better than I expected. Like I like her stuff and her songs and everything, but she had really good banter, and Jamie is, she's not a flashy guitar player, but
she's
her
really
back,
good.
it suits the music, right?
Yeah.
Like it's flashy would not work, right? Flashy wouldn't work in that.
So Jamie's a gearhead. And so she and I just were like yakking about gear, and suddenly Mary looks at the two of us and goes, "You guys are catching a vibe." I'm like, oh.
That's funny. Oh well.
But Jamie has her Gibson just got thrashed. They were doing a TV show, and one of the volunteers at the station went to move the guitar and just grabbed it by the strap and just basically threw it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so she was sort of crushed about that. It's repairable, but Mary's got smashed by United earlier this year.
What kind of an idiot working on the stage would grab a performer's guitar like that? Like, I mean, you would be very, if it was me, I'd be two hands, just being very careful,
Yeah,
right?
obviously not somebody who has any idea about instruments or how they work or
Right.
anything like that.
That's crazy. Oh, well. All right. Speaking of expensive instruments, Shane Line, you want to go?
all right. So there were two other songs I was trying to learn this week, but one of them is Cast Iron Skillet. Do you know that song, Jason Isbell? But it's a good song, but I couldn't really figure out the song structure, and his phrasing is weird and the chord changes, but it's a good song. I don't know if I ever do it, I'm going to have to do it in my own way, not the way he does it. But I like it.
That is the way to do it, though, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that what you do?
Yeah.
I noticed.
But his
Ann-
phrasing is very unique too. He's not predictable in that song the way he does it. And it doesn't go verse, chorus, verse, chorus. So I couldn't really even figure out a predictable way to do the chords behind what he's singing.
Well,
And the other one was Too Many Angels, Jackson Brown song. It's on his acoustic live, I think it's called. I'm not really sure, but he's such a good singer that I really have no business even trying to cover Jackson Brown's songs. And that's so haunting and complicated arrangement.
nonsense. You're a good singer too. Are you familiar with Chordify? There's a couple of things like it, but Chordify. So you can take any video of a song from YouTube or any recording, or just search for it, but it'll show you, like it'll play the song and show you all the chord changes in there, what the chords are and everything.
Oh,
So that can help you if you're struggling with how things line up and stuff. So, anyways,
No.
all right.
So I did. I remember that this Jesse Winchester song, Emmylou Harris did on one of her early albums, and I really like Jesse Winchester. It's too bad he died prematurely and never was as well known as he should have been, I don't think. But this is my songbird, and I appreciate that you work out introductions and everything to these songs. A lot of these I just jump into strumming because I don't have time to work out an introduction or anything. But all right, here goes. Songbird in a golden cage, she'd prefer the blue. How I crave the liquor of her song. Poor bird who has done no harm, what harm could she do? She shall be my prisoner for her life. My songbird wants her freedom. Now don't you think I know? But I can't find it in myself to let my songbird go. I just can't let her go. Oh Lord, with your jeweler's eye, peer into my soul. Oh Lord, I am overcome with shame. Take me, Lord, and purify. Heal me with a word. Lord, I beg a gift I dare not claim. My songbird wants her freedom. Now don't you think I know? But I can't find it in myself to let my songbird go. I just can't let her go.
That was really nice.
It's a very
nice.
pretty song.
Yeah.
You're way
Emmylou
too
Harris
hard
did
on
a
yourself,
great
Anderson.
job on it.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
That was very nicely done, Mike.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, Anne, follow that.
Okay. Yeah, as you might guess, I'm not super prepared. That's not news.
But you're clean.
But you did your hair and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I am clean. And I think I probably did this one at some point. It's a Guy Clark tune. Water the Under the Bridge. We'll just see how well I remember it. Make sure this is really where I do this. All right, I think so. Turning original sound on. I remembered. surprised me one fine day down at the river's edge. All my sins are washed away like water under the bridge. I had a little boy and his eyes are blue. He lived just over the ridge. Our love ran deep and our love ran true like water under the bridge. Sailing away on a paper boat, far as I can go, all the way to New Orleans and the Gulf of Mexico. Now the river run wild and the river run clean and the river run rough sometimes. The river run wild and it runs serene just like a friend of mine. I gotta tie my troubles in a gunny sack, throw 'em over the edge. I'm sailing away and I won't be back like water under the bridge. Sailing away on a paper boat, far as I can go, all the way to New Orleans and the Gulf of Mexico. Well, you might be a saint, you might be a sinner, you might be Billy the Kid. You might crap out or roll the winter, that's water under the bridge. I am sailing away on a paper boat, far as I can go, all the way to New Orleans and the Gulf of Mexico. Sailing away on a paper boat, far as I can go.
Nice job.
Good. That really good.
Thanks.
I like that you play the riff on the bass strings.
That's where I hear it. Makes sense to me. No. Lower, lower. No.
So that explains that picture then, that was the house guitar you were playing, Draper.
Yeah, yeah. It's like an Alvarez.
Oh. And it's just so that they don't have to have people come up and plug in, and they've got
Right.
it.
And
basic.
adjust everything.
Yeah.
It just facilitates. I think Drew, it's Grandpa Drew's Flim Flam review. I think he has 2 of them. And they were probably like $200, but it plays pretty well.
And it keeps people from being too precious about their own stuff. It's like, nah, just get up there and play. It's not about this other stuff.
Right.
I'm going against type here. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Sorry. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your dreams be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Woohoo!
You're a rock and roll suicide.
Yep.
That's awesome.
The punk version of that song.
Right. Well, I thought, it would
You
be
can totally do
like,
it.
totally the way I would do it, like what everyone would expect would be.
Yep.
I went to see Mark Kozelek the other week, and he is a cantankerous singer-songwriter. He has a band called Sun Kill Moon. He had a band called Red House Painters. And he was out of sorts. He was playing with Charlie Hayden's daughter. He was supposed to, but she got COVID. So he showed up alone and goes, well, I was going to practice, but a friend called me on the phone and we ended up talking till 1 a.m. And so we're just going to see what happens. And he did this weird spoken word thing. And then he had like this loopy piano thing that he told this singy songy about his grandfather in World War II. And it was really weird. And he was just kind of bitchy and out of sorts. He sang another song. And then he goes, well, can anybody else sing? And some woman goes, oh, I can. And she got up and they sang White Christmas. And the whole room sang along. And it changed the entire event. Like all of a sudden, he found his groove. The audience was with him. And he played for 2 more hours. It was amazing. So I thought, I'm going to just have that in my back pocket in case I need to pull something out and go, hey, we should sing a Christmas carol.
Is Charlie Hayden's daughter a bass player?
I think if you're born into that family, you have to play bass, but she plays guitar and keyboards and probably trumpet and saxophone and sousaphone and, all the reed instruments. I don't know. I've seen her play guitar and I think I've seen her play bass, but I get her and her siblings confused.
Oh, well, I bet they're all good.
Yeah, no, they're all great.
All right. Is that me?
That's you, Chal.
Back to the top.
Back to the top. Oh, let's see. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 777 set to go. But I'm stuck here in the grass, where the pavement never grows. Now the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. She's rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away and westward bound, far above the clouds she flies, where the morning morning rain don't fall, and the sun will always shine. She'll be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, as cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I best be on my way in the early morning rain. Just for you, Mike.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's really not fair, Shelley. You make it seem very easy.
It's almost like you've got Canadian DNA, you know?
Well, that's scary.
Our
That
great grandmother did sneak across the border.
Oh.
did.
All
And
music.
now, what's his name? Ramaswamy wants to build a wall across the Canadian border, too.
Is that to keep us out or keep us in?
Oh,
Yeah.
once he gets elected, he knows we're all going to want to run north. So,
Drive
Oh, yeah.
fast.
So, Ann, do you have gigs in Albuquerque next weekend?
Not this coming weekend, but the following one. I'm in Socorro Friday, Albuquerque Saturday, Taos Sunday, then back to Albuquerque on Monday to play with Ken and Lewis for a Rotary lunch.
Oh, wow. So, are you staying with Ken?
So staying with Ken, yeah.
So you might see Shelly because she's going down Friday to pick up her guitar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I might see you. Well, Friday I may be with Joyce and Boleyn, but anyway, but it'd be cool. I'd love to see your guitar. So
Oh, is that the Luna? Is that the Luna family gig with Joyce?
it is, and we'll see how that goes. Because at the moment, my dad's hands are giving him a hard time. So we'll see if it's just Ann and Joyce, and maybe my mom. I don't know. We're figuring it out.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, I've been seeing pictures of Shelly's guitar and want to see it. So I may just have to come while I'm in the neighborhood and check it out and meet you in person. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Did you?
Seems to have launched a whole poppy kind of thing. There's tattoos being made and new inlay put on instruments and
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a Poppy tramp stamp. So,
nice.
You need a
the,
string of them right there across the top of your butt.
so Shelly, did you have them? Are you having them put a strap button up on the neck or not?
Yeah, I think it's got one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just-
and
just
in
curious.
and in fact, speaking of poppies, I'm gonna have my friend who's a leather worker make me a strap for that guitar.
The friend or sister?
Yeah, we have to figure out if we can get poppies on it.
I assume that's Druska,
Yeah,
friend.
Friend. Okay. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Do you know what the nut width is on that guitar, Shelly? The new one?
1 3/4.
1 3/4. Okay.
no idea.
Cool. That's all right. Mike's got your back. He knows. All right. I'm gonna do another Guy Clark song. Little water. All right. Got an old blue shirt, suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. Got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. I got an old pair of boots, they fit just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. Got an old used car, it runs just like a top. Got a feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. He can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. And that's the kind of stuff I like to hang around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a woman I love, she's crazy and paints like God. She's got a playground sense of justice, she don't take odds. Got a tattoo with her name right through my soul. I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff. Oh crap, I forgot my word. How did I freaking lose that? The kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. I can't believe I forgot that. The kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. God, I sang it like 3 times before that. How the hell do I forget it on the last time round?
That's a good one. My brother does that one, and I sing it with him on the chorus, and he often trips up in the same spot. It's like, wait, I just sang this. So
Wow. Oh well. Still, not bad considering I haven't played it for a long time. So,
no, it's a good tune. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorites.
yeah, it's a good one. Did anybody watch that Slade Cleaves one I sent out today? Uh,
Not
that's
yet.
a nice one. It's a nice one. It's in the Slade Cleaves vein, the working man, Christmassy type thing or whatever, right? So, yeah, I may learn that one maybe for the 21st. Do that one on the 21st, maybe. So,
Have you guys ever paid any attention to left-handed versus right-handed picks? So I did a mandolin workshop with Nate Lee on Monday, and they make some picks are beveled. Expensive picks are beveled based on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. But he told me because I grip a pick with, I hold it like this with my index finger and my middle finger. And so it's angled differently. And he said I should be using a left-handed pick. So all my picks are beveled for right-handed players. I never paid any attention to that before. So now I'm
Sure.
really self-conscious about it.
do you remember when I commented to you that you do have it twisted? Like a lot of people, the leading edge, it's this way, and you do it this way, right?
Yep.
But see, I have these ambidextrous picks, so that's the ones I use. So
Oh, which aren't beveled probably, right?
The good thing
You know,
is if you
yeah.
play them enough, they'll all get beveled
that's true.
one way or another.
Well, these expensive picks aren't supposed to wear out, they're
Well, those are
these aren't
wagon. That's a wagon pick, right?
yeah, and they're not real expensive. They're not like blue chip or blue.
No, but they're like $5. They're $5
Yeah.
each or something. Yeah.
Anyway,
I've been switching. I've switched picks so much recently, and now I'm just kind of going with whatever.
well, he
What do you
gives
got
away.
there? Oh, is that a blue chip? What do you got, Shelly?
No, this is what Pro Art or whatever. Oh, it's a Dunlop Prime Tone.
Yeah, I like those.
Because I'm too cheap to buy a $65 pick or however much those cost.
Well, then
Nate
you've got
gives
to
away.
then
Go
you got to
ahead.
buy a pick holder. You've got to buy a locking pick holder for your keychain to hold your blue chip pick in.
And you
Right?
have to remember to put it someplace safe. And I'm like, these are cheap.
My way of thinking is that the pick material is not the limiting factor in my case, right? So, yes.
Well, there's half-hour videos out there of people comparing 5 different types of picks, and they'll even drop them on a tile floor and analyze the sound they make when they fall on the floor.
So there's some people online that claim the color of the paint on an electric guitar affects the tone. So,
Yeah, and you better trade in your $3,000 Stratocaster if it's the wrong color or something.
right, yeah. So a lot of people claim a lot of stuff about tone, but like I said, it's, none of the equipment is the limiting factor in my case. So,
Well, my music career has been just fine with my cheap equipment. I still haven't made enough money to pay any taxes on as a professional musician. So, all right, this is a Steve Earle song. It's Christmas time in Washington. The Democrats rehearse, getting into gear for 4 more years. The thing's not getting worse. Republicans drink whiskey neat and thank their lucky stars. He cannot serve another term. There'll be no more FDRs. I sat at home in Tennessee, staring at the screen, with an uneasy feeling in my chest, wondering what it means. So come back, Woody Guthrie, come back to us now. Tear your eyes from paradise, rise again somehow. If you run into Jesus, maybe he can help you out. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now. I can't sing that low. I followed in your footsteps back in my traveling days, but I lost the trail along the way. Now I'm stumbling through the haze, and there's killers on the highway a man can't get around. So I sold my soul for wheels that roll. Now I'm stuck here in this town. So come back, Woody Guthrie, come back to us now. Tear your eyes from paradise, rise again somehow. If you run into Jesus, maybe he can help you out. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now. There's foxes in the hen house, cows are in the corn. The unions have been busted, their proud red banners torn. If you listen to the radio, you'd think that all was well. But you and me and Cisco know that it's going straight to hell. So come back, Emma Goldman, rise up, old Joe Hill. The barricades are going up, they cannot break our will. Come back to us, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We're marching into Selma as the bells of freedom ring. Come back, Woody Guthrie, come back to us now. Tear your eyes from paradise, rise again somehow. If you run into Jesus, maybe he can help you out. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now. Come back, Woody Guthrie, to us now.
Very nice.
Yeah, really nice.
You guys are getting all your Christmas songs out of the way here. They should be saving those for the 21st.
Oh, the pagan songs will come out then. So
Ah, there you go. Yeah. So, and I see Anne singing along back in the background there with everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm having fun seeing if I can find harmony parts with people, and so it's great because you don't know when I'm like.
well, you could have helped me out with those low notes.
Oh, I was. No. They're just an octave, off. All right, we'll see.
So how come we haven't seen Samson in the past couple times?
He's around. He's outside right now. He got sick right before Song Circle too. So besides me getting clean, I was also cleaning up after a cat. But he's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for checking on him. All right, we'll see if I can pull off this Shelby Lynn tune. Usually my mom is playing guitar and I'm playing bass, so we'll just see. Well, I can't be here anymore. Just want it to be over. Wanna walk where the clouds are big, covered in clover, clouds of clover. I'm sorry I ever called, should've never, ever picked up the phone. Should've forgot your number. It's turned into a scary dream I never wanted back at all. never really thought you would answer. Now it's a big blown up thing. I wish you hadn't been at home when the telephone rang. When the telephone rang. I've looked in faces and they've looked away. Their eyes were dim and cloudy. They can't see a thing. The pain of living with the hand that's dealt, it's more than I can stand. Can you take it? Can you take it? Can you take it? Can't forget all the mistakes I made. Take a lifetime to erase them. You know I can't go back. I've never changed a thing. Time's a wasting more time. Time's a wasting, time's a wasting, time's a wasting. I never really thought you would answer. Now it's a big blown up thing. I wish you hadn't been at home when the telephone rang. When the telephone rang. I'm getting old and my friends are few. Crossing that big mountain, almost to the top, almost to the top. Sky's filled with stars and the moon, and there's a fountain. It's like water flowing down. Oh, I could sit right here in the midnight air and look at what this life takes from me and what it brings to you, and count the reasons why I can't stand myself. I just had to say these things anyway. I never really thought you would answer. Now it's a big blown up thing. I wish you hadn't been at home when the telephone rang. When the telephone rang. Oh, ring, 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 and the telephone rang. Oh, ring, 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 and the telephone rang. I wish you hadn't been at home when the telephone rang. Gotta work on my bar chords.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was impressed because my hand gets petered out if I try to play a whole song of bar chords, you know.
Oh, for sure. No. Gotta miss
But that was clean. I didn't hear very much. I didn't hear any squeaking or anything.
Oh, thanks. There was, there's definitely like, oh, nope, that's not super clean, but
I've been recording most of this week, and it's been a lot of fun. But I'm really makes you aware of all the flaws. Especially, I've been trying to add bass, and I'm a
Right.
lousy bass player, and I get so much stray noise when I play the bass, and
Oh,
I don't
man.
realize it till I go back and listen to what I've recorded, and it's
right. No, man, recording, it's so useful, like you say, for just making you realize, like, oh, that's not as tight as I would like it to be.
yeah. Yeah.
No, it's definitely a good practice exercise, right? And that's why this song circle videos, right? Just go back and watch yourself on these too,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
Yeah.
So,
No, it is.
and so, oftentimes it's not as bad as you thought when you were playing it, and sometimes it's much worse.
Yeah,
But sometimes
exactly.
it is comforting that's like, oh, that microsecond that felt so painful really wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Or that was the wrong note, but I hit it with authority and it snuck through there, you know. So,
Yeah,
That's
for
what-
sure.
anyways, all right, Mr. Draper.
So Glenn may not be aware of it, but we're having a slow motion argument about Shane McGowan. He mentioned the other day that he's just not convinced.
What was the line again? What was the line the dentist used again? It was the whatchamacallit of dental procedures or whatever. It was like because he basically, they took out all his teeth and put in implants, right? And it was like, it wasn't like the Super Bowl, but something like that. That was the Super Bowl of dental work or something,
Yeah.
right? It was something along those lines, yeah. So,
I think Glenn said he grew out of it. Wasn't that it, Glenn? You were like, oh, I grew out of that.
no, it's just like that song. There was one there that you had, Sinead O'Connor. You know, she starts off and it's all pretty and beautiful. She can really sing. And then he comes in and it's just like, what the hell, right? Like, what the hell is that, right? You know? Well, but way worse. Like that one you posted today of what's his face? Who am I thinking of? What's the one you posted today on Facebook?
Waits.
Tom Waits. Like that was great. That worked, right? You know, that was musical, right?
Well, Tom's not completely in the bag when he's on the mic.
Right. But yeah, I've listened to a number of things. Even what's their famous song about Christmas in New York or something or whatever. Even that one I listened to, even the recorded version of that. And I'm like, you know,
Drunk tank.
yeah,
The boys of the NYPD choir were singing
Singing
Galway
Galway
Bay.
Bay.
yeah.
Bells were ringing out for Christmas.
This song goes like this, I think. For 7 long years, she helped me spend my dough. Now I take her out, she don't want to know. That woman's got me drinking. Look at the state I'm in. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles of gin. That woman's got me drinking. We used to have some fun. Now she shrinks and astrologers have got me on the run. That woman's got me drinking. Look at the state I'm in. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles of gin. She said she'd always love me. She said I was the one. Now look at the way she treats me, just like a piece of scum. That woman's got me drinking. Look at the state I'm in. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles of gin. If I had the guts to do it, I'd take the long goodbye. Instead, I love her long and hard and love her till I die. That woman's got me drinking. Look at the state I'm in. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles of gin. That woman's got me drinking. Look at the state I'm in. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bottles of gin.
But you know,
That-
she comes around here just about midnight.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
And her name is G.
L.
L. O.
GIN.
I, yeah.
So
Which-
that's a Pogue song, the one you just did.
It's a Shane McGowan song. He recorded it with the Popes, which
Oh, the-
was his post Pogues
Right.
band.
When he got the boot.
Right.
Right.
for being
Okay.
oddly drunk.
Yeah. I mean, was he ever not drunk? I mean, yeah.
No, did you see, like, there was a documentary that came out probably during COVID, and it seems like, it was 5 and the uncles handed him the whiskey. So,
I
Hey,
watched
has
something. Yeah, I watched something over the pandemic on YouTube about him, and and yeah, it's just like a
ugly.
train wreck. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that! He looks like he's freshly showered too. Look at him.
has anybody watched Slow Horses on the Disney?
I'm,
Is it, no, it's on Apple Plus, I think.
yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
Like, Gary Oldman is just amazing.
He needs
yeah,
a shower. Every time I look at him, I'm
I
like,
know.
oh my
He's
God.
just creepy.
Well,
Yeah.
Draper, I was thinking you could do the theme song for that. I couldn't do
Oh,
it, but I've tried to sing that and I can't do it, but I would love to have somebody try to cover that.
it's Mick Jagger of all people.
Yeah, yeah, it's very catchy.
So,
Yeah.
how many friggin' streaming services do you guys subscribe to?
Well, I ditched my cable service so I can afford to do a bunch of streaming services.
But how many do you have?
Oh, probably half a dozen.
Holy crap! So it probably costs you more than cable cost you.
Well, I'd have no because cable's like $150 a month, and
Okay.
these services are only $10 to $15 a month. Although they keep inching them up a little bit. So
Well, plus you still have a cable bill for your internet.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I can do this.
that's right. Well, yeah, this and surf and do whatever, right? And do
Yeah,
your
right,
streaming services. You couldn't do them without internet. So,
right.
um, yeah, I think that's crazy. How many do you have, Draper?
Prime, Netflix, Hulu. I think that's. I mean, we might have Apple, although I think I canceled it.
Okay. What about you, Shelley?
Same.
Okay.
Prime, Netflix, Apple. Do we pay for Peacock? I think a little bit. But like probably four, and
Okay.
and it's much cheaper than cable.
So much cheaper.
Okay.
Tons.
I would, I have Prime, but it's just for the shipping. I never watch it, right? And I wish they would separate the two out, right? And then I pay $10 a month for ad-free YouTube, right? Because I don't want to see ads. So that's the extent of what I have. So
Yeah.
yeah,
See, I
and
suffer
then I
through
get like
ads.
50 over-the-air Spanish channels.
Bueno, entonces puedes mirar siempre.
Yeah, that's what they sound like.
Por todos.
So, oh well. All right. And I suspect, Anne, you probably don't have very many, if any.
I was gonna say I'm being I've got access to 3. I've got Prime, Hulu, and Disney Plus, but given they are someone else's subscriptions and they let me, because I've got my brothers on Disney, my parents are on Prime, and a friend's on Hulu. So, yep, I'm that friend.
And they're all cracking down on that password sharing stuff now.
Right,
So,
right. So
yeah.
anyway, yep.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Oh, for sure. But no, like I say, it's because I don't watch a lot, but it's nice, when I do want to watch something to have access to it. But so, yeah, I might have to start paying for my own subscription or,
Cool.
which wouldn't be such a bad thing.
All right, Shelley.
I am at ease in the arms of a woman. Although now most of my days are spent alone. Uh-huh. Few thousand miles from the place I was born in. When she wakes me, she takes me back home. Now most days I spend like a child who's afraid of ghosts in my mind. I know there ain't nothing out there. I'm still afraid to turn on the light. I am at ease in the arms of a woman. Although now most of my days are spent alone. 1,000 miles from the place I was born. When she wakes me, she takes me back home. 1,000 miles from the place I was born. When she wakes me, she takes me back home. I am at ease in the arms of a woman. Although now most of my days are spent alone. A few thousand miles from the place I was born in. When she wakes me, she takes me. When she wakes me, she takes me. When she wakes me, she takes me back home.
Really nice.
Beautiful.
I love how you turn those pages with authority. Yeah, if you're gonna do it without apology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No apologies. That's Amos Lee.
Oh,
Oh wow. Okay. The cookie guy.
famous Amos,
Famous
right?
Amos.
Amos Lee.
That's exactly right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, nice. Boy, I gotta tell you, that's one solid cat, Anne.
He is solid.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's proud of it. Oh yeah.
Look at him. Wow. He's like bobcat size.
He kind of is. I don't realize it until like now whenever I see him like and he like takes up the whole couch like, oh yeah. You know, I just get used to how big he is, but yep, he's just gonna show
Look
up.
at him. Wow. Like he's not fat. He looks like he's pretty solid, you know?
Yep, no, yeah. Oh, he takes care of himself. He works out.
All right.
He runs around outside and sharpens his claws. That's it.
All right. Time for a real train wreck. Since I'll try to throw some more riffy type stuff in there. All my bags are packed. I'm ready to go, and I'm standing there outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. But the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. Uber's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me, and tell me that you'll wait for me, and hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm a-leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. There's so many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I'll tell you now that they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I'll think of you. Every song I sing, I'll sing for you. When I get back, you'll wear my wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me, and tell me that you'll wait for me, and hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm a-leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Ah. God. Ah. Ah. I told you it'd be a train wreck. Now I'm forgetting the word. Ah, here we go. Well, now the time has come to leave you one more time. Just let me kiss you, then close your eyes, and I'll be on my way. Think about the times to come when I won't have to leave you alone. About the time when I won't have to say. And so kiss me and smile for me, and tell me that you'll wait for me, and hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm a-leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Had to resolve it at the end. Oh my
Way
God.
too hard on yourself.
I've got to, I've been trying to do it like a, because if you just go to the single note lead, it just sounds too thin after chords, right? So I've been playing around with just trying to do it, the chord melody type stuff, right? Which I didn't do right then, but it's just, whatever. I'll keep working on it. I like to try to with new songs. That's not a new song, but with songs I'm learning now, I'm trying to always have some kind of lead in there, right, on every song, just so you have a little bit of a break, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a great goal.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm
plus,
not going to do that on this song. I
okay,
think it's my turn. I'm not sure,
it is. Yep.
and I'm not. I may have to stop and figure out a different key to this because I haven't done this for like 45 or 50 years. But I'm old enough that I saw Tim Hardin at the Troubadour in L.A. back in 1970 or something.
All right, hold on one second here. You haven't done it in 45 or 50 years?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But I used to do it when I lived in Seal Beach, and I just thought, oh, that's it's a simple song, so I don't, but I don't. It doesn't have anything fancy in it.
So last time you played it, Anne was just a twinkle in somebody's eye.
Yeah, and if make a liar out of me because maybe I've done it on this song circle before and I just have forgotten. But
We'll let you know.
but I used to do it a lot back when I was a young adult, but I really don't think I've done it in front of anybody for a long, long time. So. Lady came from Baltimore, all she wore was lace. She didn't know that I was poor, never saw my face. I was there to steal her money, take her rings and run. Then I fell in love with a lady and got away with none. Lady's name was Susan Moore, her daddy read the law. She didn't know that I was poor, lived outside the law. Her daddy said I was a thief, didn't marry her for love. But I was Susan's true belief, I married her for love. I was there to steal her money, take her rings and run. And I fell in love with a lady and got away with none. How she lived and had a wall to keep the robbers out. She never stopped to think at all that that's what I'm about. I was there to steal her money, take her rings and run. And I fell in love with a lady and got away with none. And I fell in love with a lady and got away with none.
Really nice.
Does anybody know that song?
No.
I've heard it.
I think that Bobby Darin might have covered it too. He covered a lot of Tim Hardin songs, but that was way back in
was
like
nice.
1969 or something. But
Nice.
What year were you born in, Anne?
84.
Oh, okay.
So yep, I'm getting ready to turn 40 in March.
Yeah. Woo.
Living it up.
Well, that's when everything really goes downhill. So,
Yeah, so I've got a few good months left in me, I figure, there's
seriously though, like I told you before, 40s were probably my best decade, you're young enough, you can still do everything, and you're old enough that you have a little bit of wisdom, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely less self-conscious than I was like in my 20s. I would rather be the age I am now than go back to my 20s, and yeah, and I feel like, like you say, getting enough just self-knowledge, knowing, what works to make me feel better physically, right? And
Yeah, and all the body
But-
parts haven't started wearing out yet,
right,
too.
but also have enough knowledge to not take things for granted as much and take a little better care of myself. So yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying the age I'm at.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
My kids are both in their 40s, and I have to say from a distance, they seem to be as happy as they've ever been.
Yeah.
I think
nice.
it's a good decade.
Yeah. Well, I'll be looking forward to it,
Yeah.
You were born in 84, so you haven't turned 40 yet. Okay.
Right, so I'll turn 40 in March.
Okay. I thought you
Yeah.
were already 40, but okay, cool.
Are you saying I already look 40?
No,
I'm just joking.
no.
What? No, just kidding.
Um,
It's my mature song lyrics, and no, I'm just joking. See if this cello is loud enough. We're gonna try some Christmas songs just cause. All right, so yeah, I think this will be loud enough. This is gonna be me sight reading a little bit. So. Oh, I'm getting the right key. Doing the page turn. Hold on. Wait, you're gonna get a couple here, just cause. And one more.
Thank you for those. Those were
Yeah,
nice.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
that's a good instrument for those ones. It was right in the right range for, right?
I've been having fun playing Christmas tunes on the cello.
It's amazing how ingrained those things are. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas. I haven't celebrated Christmas since who knows when, since I was a kid. But I know the words to all those. I could have sung along
Right.
to every one of those
Yep.
things, right?
Yep, it's part of the culture, right? Did
I
you
think
have
the
warm, fuzzy
cello-
feelings too? No.
I think the cello and the flute are the two most beautiful orchestral instruments.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no, they are really special, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the first instrument I learned to play, the
Oh,
cello.
nice.
Oh.
Nice. Do you
Oh,
still play?
No, I didn't have the wherewithal to figure out just just to play on my own, and
Yeah, I understand that.
I should have figured out bluegrass cello, but it
Sure.
really wasn't a thing. Um, and I eventually, I mean, I owned a cello, and I ended up donating it to the middle school because I'm like, this should not be sitting in the closet. Some
Right.
kid needs to learn how to play this.
Yeah.
So I felt good about that.
Nice. Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah, they take up a lot of space, but like you say, they should be getting played. So,
Yeah.
does
yeah.
Ken Gilman play the mandocello?
Oh, he must. He
He
plays
yeah.
everything.
He
I know.
does. He has a couple, and in fact, that Cittern that he came up, like the video he
Yeah.
posted, he shared a video today on in a text message because he
Right.
put lower strings on it so that to bring it down into the mandocello range, right?
Oh,
So it's basically in the same range as Ann's cello, right?
Right, because he's
So
got what, an octave viola that's kind of in the same range as the cello too. That's
Wow.
it is in the same range, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and he has at least one mandocello, I think, or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he had one and he may have.
I don't think he does. I know
Right.
Lewis does.
Right.
But I don't think he's got a mandocello.
I think Lewis
Yet.
got it through Ken somehow, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole it's amazing the amount of like someone who's not familiar with that whole line of instruments or not as familiar as you look at his stuff and he says, "Well, they're all in the same family, right? Well, this one's slightly different because this one has, is tuned slightly different or whatever, but it's crazy, right? And to be able to switch between all those instruments and different tunings and different scale lengths and everything else. Some have 10 strings, some have 8. It's like crazy.
Right.
Ruth is getting a pretty good collection of, because she's got a bouzouki,
Yeah.
and she's got a mandolin, she's got a two now dulcimers plus a hammer dulcimer, but she's not doesn't have the expertise that Ken has, on anything,
Sure.
but she definitely has that impulse to buy, unusual
Yeah.
instruments.
She
So
might
I'm
have fun
kinda
coming to zoology because Ken hosts a very small camp at his house in January, February. So yeah, I'll send you information if I don't have her. I don't know. I might have her email actually, because anyway, if she wants to delve more into Mando Bazooki world,
Yeah.
that's a fun crowd to hang out with.
She
Yeah.
doesn't play it very often, but she has it, and every once in a while she'll get it out when she plays with Ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ann, are you the one that does all the Facebook posts for Zoology?
Lindsay's been doing that. Lindsay
Okay.
Straw. So she's been, kind of taking over the promo and doing a real nice job. And so, yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty then. Draper looks really serious.
Oh. Trying to remember how this goes. In our slow motion argument about Shane McGowan. If I should fall from grace with God where no doctor can relieve me, I'm buried neath the sod where the angels won't receive me. Let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud where the rivers all run dry. This land was always ours, it was the proud land of our fathers. Belongs to us and them, not to any of the others. Let them go, boys, let them go, boys. Let them go down in the mud where the rivers all run dry. where no murdered ghost can haunt me. A rock beneath the waves, then no corpse can lie upon me. It's coming up threes, boys, coming up threes, boys. Let them go down in the mud where the rivers all run dry. If I should fall from grace with God where no doctor can relieve me, if I'm buried neath the sod so that angels won't receive me, let me go, boys, let me go, boys. Let me go down in the mud where the rivers all run dry. Hard to do that song without a bunch of drunken Irish people yelling at you.
Oh,
I
was
like
great.
that was good.
It's a nice version, Mike.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
it's a great song. I mean, you know, the one thing that I really think about Shane MacGowan is that he knew exactly who he was in all of his damaged places, and he wrote great songs from that place. So
So you should
Unapologetically.
you should
Yeah.
work some up with Ken. You know, he's got all the Celtic instruments and stuff like that, right? And
as I was figuring out that lick, I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
look, I'm getting all fancy.
you could maybe play with Mandology sometime and do all McGovern
That would
tunes
be
and whatever.
fun.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that would really introduce them to a totally different vibe.
Right.
I've seen that group. There are more than a few who would not feel comfortable. But
Well, not the mandolin orchestra.
Oh,
Mandology is a
that's what-
is a
that's what I was
subset.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and they're very accomplished musicians, but it's just not the kind of stuff that they play.
Yeah.
Right. They do mostly instrumental things. Although, I don't know. They've branched out, and I feel like they do more vocal tunes. But
Well, if
Yeah,
they're
but-
around Ken, they're exposed to quite a bit of eye-opening goodness.
Yeah.
no, they're very open-minded. So yeah.
You know, a bunch of shots beforehand and then,
They-
you know.
They let me set in once a year for solstice and sing, original tunes that have, no Celtic flavor. So
Get out the Jameson.
right?
That's right. And I think he has some Irish stuff there. So Anne, are you playing the bass or are you gonna play the cello there?
playing mostly bass and playing the zouk on a couple tunes.
Oh, nice.
And guitar on one tune.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, don't tell me too much because I'll be there watching, so I don't
There
want
you
to.
go. So you
be surprised.
that's
Yeah.
just to whet the appetite.
So that's this weekend or
The fall. Well, that's the
No, 22nd, 2 weekends away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going down to Santa Fe, Glenn?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive down on the 22nd because it's a holiday. That's our Christmas Eve holiday. So I'll stay for that concert. Then gonna drag Anne's ass up Sandia Peak on the Saturday, and see, 18, 20 miles. Maybe go up and down
I'm
twice.
starting my endurance training now,
good.
so that
And we need
Well-
to. Do you know if Ken has a scale? Because we need to make sure that our total weight is equal. We'll have to add weight to your
Okay.
pack so that.
I'm sure
or-
Ken does.
we'll
Okay,
take
okay.
snowshoes because it could snow, it does. They have a ski area up there.
They do.
And
Do
every
you
couple of
have,
years it actually opens.
Do you have not crampons but micro
Oh, I
spikes?
think I do have some. I might have some crampons actually. I've got some like the Yak Tracks kind of thing. To
Yeah,
put on.
the micro spikes. You might want to bring those if you have them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you going to hike from the east side or the west side?
Oh, we haven't picked a trail yet, but
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
Well, I'm envious. I miss the Sandias.
Yeah.
So
they
where's
have
the
a-
concert? I'll tell my friends. They I don't think they went last time, but I'll
It's
I'll
at
go.
Kent. Ken's house.
It's
Oh,
at
is it
Q1.
a-
I could forward you
2110
the
or
email if
210
you
West
want.
Sandia Peak Drive.
Yeah.
And it's public if he sells tickets? Okay. Because
Well,
I know
there's-
that,
You don't sell. It's a recommended or a suggested $20 donation. You just
okay,
drop it.
two of my friends have gone to his house concerts before. So,
Okay, nice.
you know,
Yeah, let him know. I mean, the more the merrier, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool. All right, guys, it was fun. I was only expecting 3 of us tonight, but we got a bigger crowd, and
Well, sorry to crash in, but I'm glad I did.
now I'm going to go off and learn a
Me
bunch
too.
of Shane McGovern songs.
I wrote some things down to learn as well.
Yeah. No, you guys always give me good ideas, so I'm.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you hopefully next week.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
See you.
Thanks. Good
See
night.
you guys later. Bye.